Welcome to ITD In Motion. I'm Jillian Garrigues. In this edition, we're headed up State Highway 21, one of the country's most avalanche-prone highways. An 11-mile stretch of canyon between Lowman and Stanley typically sees high avalanche activity this time of year. Today, we'll meet the dedicated team of experts working hard to monitor conditions closely and keep drivers safe. State Highway 21 is a scenic piece of southwest Idaho. Through winter and early spring, the steep Canyon Creek Avalanche Zone keeps ITD busy. ITD's avalanche crew is made up of 4 avalanche forecasters based in Lowman. Every day they travel up the road to check out the snowpack from Grand Jean to Banner Summit.
We evaluate the strength of the snowpack that's on the ground from the beginning of the winter in November all the way through the year, and we evaluate how much stress that snowpack can take. So when we see that we're exceeding those thresholds, we close the road. And then as we come down off of those thresholds, we do control work with explosives to test that we're far enough off of that threshold, and then we reopen the road. And that process just continues throughout the winter.
This area has about 60 avalanche paths above the highway. The biggest are 3,000 vertical feet. With snow traveling that far during a slide, the debris field can be very dangerous by the time it reaches the road.
These are big avalanches. They're not like you often hear about avalanches with snowmobilers and skiers, and those can be larger, but these are massive avalanches here, both because of the size of the starting zones and the distance they fall to get to the highway. We've had debris piles on the center line of the road as deep as 80 feet. So these are massive, unsurvivable avalanches that are probably traveling in somewhere around 100 miles an hour when they hit the highway. We want people to realize that we don't allow any parking or stopping in the canyon, and that's for their safety.
The avalanche crew works proactively to protect drivers. When the snowpack and weather conditions call for a high risk of avalanche, ITD closes the highway so no one gets hurt.
You know, various snow layers that are unique to that path because of elevation and aspect. We look for strengths and weaknesses within those layers and develop a forecast that tells us how much stress they can take. And that path, like right now in the cold of winter, will often develop slab avalanches, which are a cohesive piece of snow that stores energy and releases all at once, so they're fast traveling. But it could also come out in the spring as a wet avalanche because of rain or thaw or something like that. But they all reach the highway just in different ways.
Avalanche control work with explosives helps the team confirm when the road is safe again to open.
So we use explosives for control work, mitigation, whatever it might be called. It doesn't work like it does on the Discovery Channel. You rarely get big avalanches with explosives because it's a very timing critical thing. So we're using explosives to confirm that we're not going to have avalanches, to reassure us that our forecast is right.
All avalanche-related closures are quickly reported on Idaho 511 with advanced warning when possible. Be prepared and keep an eye on 511.idaho.gov before you travel. Thanks for joining me on this trip to the Highway 21 Avalanche Zone. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you'd like to learn more about what's happening at the Idaho Transportation Department, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and learn more online at itd.idaho.gov. We'll see you next time.